Sure. Hi guys, this is Nick from Acton Custom. We've got a customer that wants to rent our pedal bending tool, which we can use in place in the car. The bottom of the pedal, it's in the vise instead of in your car, and the top of the pedal are made with an offset on them. We can adjust that offset. I'm measuring 1.25 inch offset on those between the surfaces. What I can do with this is I can put the pedal bending tool with the corner of the pedal bending tool in the corner of the pedal. I can clamp that to the pedal, and you can see why I'm doing this standing with it in a vise instead of laying underneath the car groveling around in the foot box. But the idea is it can be done in the car. And so if I want, for example, on this pedal, I measured 1.25 inches. I'm going to do less bend than that and move the pedal this way in the car. And so I've got 2 adjustment bolts on this. I can go either way with it. And if you watch carefully as Bonnie videos it for us, you'll see that I'm screwing this across with this bolt. You see that moving? Okay, and then I can just back that off. You get a little bit of spring back with it. I'm going to check how much offset I've adjusted it by. I'm going to measure that off the pedal, and I've just adjusted that 3/16 of an inch, and that's a lot in a Cobra foot box. If you get 3/16 across, if you get 1/2 inch across, that's a huge amount in a Cobra foot box. What I like to do is I like to set up my pedals as evenly spaced as I can inside the foot box, and so you've got 3 pedals, which means 4 even spaces between them. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much how I adjust them in place in the car using the pedal bending tool. I've bent this that way, which has put that a little bit out of line that way. So let me show you another trick. What I can do now is I can take the pedal bending tool, and because this is now cocked that way a little compared to the bottom, what I can do now is I can put the pedal bending tool on this way, again with the corner of the pedal bending tool lined up with the corner of the pedal arm.
Just see.
Okay. And now I'm just going to tighten this up against the pedal arm, and in this case I want to cock it that way a little. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this bolt, and you can see it adjusting to be straight and parallel with the bottom. And that's how to use the pedal bending tool. And like I said, you can use this in place in the car. I've had to remove my pedal pad off this one so that I can do this in place, but it's as simple as that, and you can get more leverage if you need it using a ratchet handle. This is just a 9/16 wrench, and that's plenty of power to be able to bend the clutch and pedal arms. And it's really important that you optimize your space, especially in a big block car with small foot boxes. It's really important to optimize your space and get the pedals as nicely spaced as you can so that they're really intuitive and they're really safe in the car, especially if you've got wider feet. Yeah, that's the pedal adjusting tool. Give us a holler if there's any questions on it. Available for rent from Acton Custom Enterprises.